In this video, we'll be working on the pronouns. Not every language uses pronouns, but English does. So here we can see, the person is set to first, and surface realization is set to personal pronoun. Now we never set the surface realization value to personal pronoun in the analysis. That was set by a rule. Features change from surface realization equals noun to personal pronoun by complex concept insertion rule. Common transfer rules copied from the library, rule number 2. So before you start this section, make sure you have this. This was one of the rules that we imported from the library back, I think it was the very first video when we started this language project. Copied from the library. Set surface realization of first and second person pronouns to pronoun. So if it's a first person or second person or first inclusive or first exclusive, this rule will set the surface realization to personal pronoun. Then there's one more structure. If it's third and a personal pronoun, then the structure doesn't do anything. This is only here for the grammar introduction. There are no, in the analyzed verses, there are no nouns with a surface realization value of personal pronoun. We will have to write a rule that does that for our target language. But just to help you get started, we've put this here. Okay? So make sure you have this rule copied from the library into your transfer grammar. So let's go to our Word document. Okay, yeah, let's look at our Word document before we import it. So here, pronouns, you need to make up your own tables for pronouns, and you can have as many rows and columns as you need. Make up whatever tables fit your language. So I've done this for English. For personal pronouns, we have first, second, third singular masculine, third singular feminine, third singular neuter, first plural, second plural, third plural countable, third plural mass, and subject and non-subject. Spell out pronouns possessive. First, second, third masculine, third feminine, third neuter, singular and plural. The reflexive pronouns, etc., etc. So you can set up as many tables as your language needs. Set up whatever rows and columns you need. English does not need first inclusive and first exclusive. If your language does, you can have rows. For instead of first plural, you might have first person inclusive and first person exclusive. Okay? So set up whatever tables you need. Then, when you're ready, you come here and we'll import those tables. Okay, so for us, for this document, this table, all of the special pronouns, spell out pronouns. Okay? The feature value masculine in the table named spell out pronouns personal could not be found. Please correct this problem by either modifying your Word document or by adding this value to your source features. Okay, we want this value, masculine. We'll add it after we're done importing these tables. The feature value feminine in the table named spell out pronouns personal could not be found. Please correct this problem. Same message. Same with neuter. The feature value masculine, same issue. Feature value feminine, neuter. Feature value masculine, same problem. Feminine. All of the selected tables were imported from the Word document. Okay. So that did several things for us. First, it created feature values for us. If we go to noun phrase and not noun phrase, if we go to nouns and we go to surface realization, now we have all of these types of pronouns. Possessive pronouns, reflexive pronouns, locative, reciprocal, relative. Big Pro is provided for you. The ones that are new, that are defined for your language, those are the ones in blue. The ones that we define are the ones in white. So we defined pro and personal pronoun for you. So by importing those tables, these values were added, and this rule was created for us. Right here. There are 7 tables in this document, and so there are 7 layers in this rule. The first layer is personal pronouns, then possessive pronouns, reflexive, locative, reciprocal, relative, and big pro. And we need to check these. The TBTA will do its best to find the values, the feature values that you put in these columns. For example, subject, non-subject, first singular, second singular. If it can't find them, it always tells you a warning message, like we saw for masculine, feminine, neuter. So it will do as many of these as possible. So first singular, second singular. Okay, there are no features here because it couldn't find masculine or feminine or neuter. It found these. It found subject, it found not subject. Let's go add masculine, feminine, and a neuter to our lexicon. So features, new feature. Okay, and we always put the most common value first. And in English, most nouns are neuter. Okay, so all of the nouns are assigned the first one, the default, neuter. And there's our comment. Okay, army, neuter, baby. Okay, baby. Babies can be masculine or feminine. In general, if you don't know the gender of baby, usually we would say he. So I'll set it to masculine. Okay, book. Okay, brother is masculine. Country, date, day, dream, enemy. Okay, enemy, if there's one enemy, like David's enemy, he, we wouldn't say it. Israel's enemy, they. Let's say masculine. Okay, father is definitely masculine. Feast, field, fish, fruit, group, hand, herd, house. Okay, John is masculine. June, kind, king is masculine. Knife, language, leader, man is masculine. Mary is feminine. Mother is feminine. Person, okay, person can be masculine or feminine. In the Bible, let's lean towards masculine. Okay, Peter is masculine. Place is neuter, problem, river. Rooster. That rooster is crowing. Look at that rooster. It's crowing. Look at that rooster. He's crowing. I would say he. So let's set it to masculine. Root, secret servant. Servant can be masculine or feminine. Let's say masculine. By the way, we have a sense of female. So for a situation like servant, we have a special, like right there. For a noun like servant, we have a special sense of female that marks the gender if it's female. In the Bible, we assume it's masculine, unless we have a female adjective, the adjective female there. Okay, sheep. Okay, sheep. Look at that sheep. He's lying in a green pasture. Look at that sheep. It's lying in a green pasture. I would say he. Let's put it to masculine. Okay, sister is feminine. Sorry, teacher. Okay, teacher can be male or female. Let's lean towards masculine. Okay, Turpin is the name of a town. Times, village, water, weather, wheat. Okay, that's all. So we've done that. And now we need to go back to that rule and provide the values that couldn't be found later. Here's our new rule. This rule, we wrote this for an earlier version, an earlier video a long time ago. We no longer need this rule. So let's delete this rule. I'm going to push the delete key. Okay, click on it and push the delete key. Yes. Okay. So check all of your column headers and row headers. Okay, so it couldn't find this one. Third singular masculine. Okay, singular, third masculine. Third singular feminine. Singular, third feminine. third singular neuter, singular, third, neuter. First plural, plural second, okay. Plural third, countable, third plural mass, good. Okay, so it has all of these now. Okay, let's go to the next layer. Okay, singular, plural, first, second. Okay, no features, no pop-up. That means it couldn't find at least one of these values. So third masculine. So third masculine. Third feminine. Third neuter. Okay, so now there are pop-ups. Okay, reflexive pronouns, first, second. Okay, third masculine. Third feminine. Third neuter. Okay, proximal, distal, locative, reciprocal, relative pronouns, subject, not subject, and big pro. Okay, so we've taken care of that. Let's go generate our pronouns and see how it does. Let's go do just the pronouns. And we want to save the new results. We're not comparing now. Whenever you first generate new text, you save it. And you know it's being saved when this button is in yellow. And I will time-lapse this. Okay, it's finished. So let's see how it did. We'll go and compare this, compare TBTA's translations with the Word documents. Okay, these are all good. We gave books, should be we gave books to ourselves. Yeah, we gave books to ourselves. Okay, so that's an issue with the verb give. Let's go work on this. And okay, the verb give is highlighted in purple, meaning we haven't yet addressed its theta grid adjustment rule. Okay, so again, TBTA knows the theta grid for every verb, and so it's built the structure for us. This is a patient, this is a destination noun phrase, and this is a beneficiary noun phrase. And if we look here, Boaz gave some grain to Ruth. So the destination is the recipient. In English, we would say the indirect object. And in Luke 21:5, the people gave things to the priests for the temple. There's a beneficiary. So we can use the simple output. The destination will be an indirect object, and we want the preposition to. And the beneficiary will be an oblique 1, and we want the preposition for. Okay, let's insert a comment, turn the rule on. We gave books to ourselves. Generated text is identical. Let's save it. Okay, you gave books. It's the same problem. Let's just generate this right here. Okay. Again, remember, regenerated text is identical to the saved text. No, so the saved text is here. This isn't comparing it to the Word document. I'd like to put another line down here. Regenerated text is identical to the Word document, but I haven't done that. So I'll try to do that soon. You gave books to yourselves. Good. So let's save it. They gave books to themselves. They give books to themselves. Save it. We gave books to each other. This one should be fixed as well. We gave books to each other. You gave books to each other. You gave books to each other. Save it. They gave books. They gave books to each other. Okay, so now we have something going on with possessive pronouns. We're getting our Saxon genitive clitic here. So let's go work on this. And let's generate this. So me's, so we get our Saxon genitive. So this was, okay, the surface realization is personal pronoun. So when there's a Saxon genitive modifying a personal pronoun, we want to delete the Saxon genitive and convert the personal pronoun to a possessive pronoun. So let's go to our pronoun section. Let's enter our group name. The category will be nouns. And we'll need a noun. And we'll need a Saxon genitive. There it is right there, clitic. And okay, we want this to be set to personal pronoun. Okay, so when we have a personal pronoun, and you can see that here, surface realization is personal pronoun. So in the output structure, let's delete the clitic, and we'll change the features from personal pronoun to possessive pronoun. Okay, my house is at that place, but it should say my house is there. When we rest our cursor on place, for the features under place, we see that proximity is distal. So when place has a proximity value of distal or proximal, we want to generate here and there. For distal, it'll be there. If it's proximal, if someone is talking about the place that's close to them in this speech situation, then we would say here. So let's go write a rule that will look at the word place, and when it has a proximity value, change it to a locative pronoun. This will be triggered by nouns. So we need a noun phrase. We need a noun. And it has to be the word place, the target word place. And if it has a value of either proximal or distal, that means it has to be in a direct quote, and we want here and there. So let's set the features to the surface realization feature to locative pronoun. And our spell out rule for pronouns should see the value locative pronoun, the locative pronouns right there. And then if it's proximal, insert here. If it's distal, insert there. My house is at that there. Okay, so we got the there right. We need to delete the at and the that. When there's a pronoun like here or there, we don't say at here or at that here. So let's delete the preposition or the adposition and prenominal when we identify a locative pronoun. So in the input structure, put an adposition and also put a prenominal. And order here is important. Remember, after the phrase structure rules have been executed, when you're building structures In the pronoun rules, order is important. So this will be a prenominal right there. Now let's tag both of these as optional. They're here in this example. I don't know if these will be in every example. So let's tag them as optional, and then in the output structure, delete them. That's what we need for this sentence. Maybe in the future we'll find out that we need to refine this a bit more. But for this sentence, this is what we need. My house is there. Generated text is identical. Let's save it. Okay, same problem. Your house is there. His house is there. Our house is there. Our house is there. By the way, if you're wondering why are there two examples, our house is there, that's because the first one is we inclusive and the second one is we exclusive. But English doesn't make a distinction there. Some of these others, we saw ourselves, we saw ourselves. This is inclusive, this is exclusive. But English doesn't make a distinction, so they're the same. Your house is there. Their house is there. Good. Okay, so we finished the pronouns. It would be good to go back and regenerate everything and compare it. I won't do that in this video, but now we want to compare nouns 1.1 to pronouns 137. I'll do that. I'll stop this video and then do that, and if anything shows up, if any issues show up, then the next video will address that.